I'm Anthony Hanna.
I'm Dominic Bonato.
I'm Siddhartha Bahar.
I'm David Domsh.
I'm Ibrahim Sharif.
And we are the Spice Boys. So, our group was interested on how we can solve the problem of allowing the homeless community to quarantine during a global pandemic. Currently, the homeless's best option to quarantine in are homeless shelters, but that is a lot of people in an enclosed area, so diseases spread quickly. So, this led us to create the HOCO-19, which is a recyclable tent that allows the homeless to quarantine in and get the proper living supplements like sanitation materials, food, and water. With the HOCO-19, this will allow us to contain the spread of COVID-19 and create a safer environment for all people. So overall, the HOCO-19 is for people who are experiencing homelessness during these stressful times of the pandemic, making a reliable source for them to quarantine and manage the pandemic effectively.
So for the discover phase, we identified our stakeholders. Our main stakeholders, the homeless, because they're the people that we want to help. And then we identified the people that would be needed to help the homeless, which are volunteers and building and landowners. And then we identified the people that are affected by the homeless population, which are the public and hospitals. And then for the define phase, we started out with our main opportunity statement, which is how can we help the homeless during a pandemic? And then we thought about what problems do the homeless face during a pandemic, and which led us to how can we provide shelter for the homeless during a pandemic.
After we defined our opportunity statement, this led us to start developing. To develop, we stuck with the mind map because it was very helpful for us to find what um, the needs for the homeless were, or for people experiencing experience homelessness. We know they needed food, they needed shelter, and then they also needed some sort of comfort to actually be able to quarantine for 2 weeks. So this led us to our deliver phase. For the deliver phase, what we wanted to do was find out how we were going to prototype something like this. So we first started off by finding the resources we had, and we saw that we have stuff around the house to try to prototype something like this. And then after finding our resources, we wanted to make sure we had the right boxes checked for the tent to make sure that it was properly quarantinable and all that.
So after figuring out what exactly we want a tent to be, we decided that we needed to advance upon it so that it properly meets our goal. And what we had right now didn't really meet a lot of criteria, but we decided to focus in on five specifically. Before, we had a tent that was lacking resistance, comfortability and cleanliness, stability, breathability and warmth, and resources. So in order to figure out a way to make sure that we had all of these involved in the tent, we decided to test outside materials, and we decided that a vinyl outing would be perfect to resist any water or heat coming in. And then for liners, we wanted a plastic fabric blend so that it could be warm and cleaned easily. And then we wanted to have a stable system of 5 support beams, 4 across each corner and then 1 in the center, so that it's stable and well kept. And then we wanted to implement a fan so that it's breathable airflow, so airflow will limit the spread of COVID-19, along with heating capabilities. And then for resources of the homeless themselves, we decided to give them med kits that would come with each tent.
So implementing all of these new changes, that led us to the HOCO-19 that we have now. A tent that is comfortable to be quarantined in for long periods of time, very affordable, and has a wide variety of uses, can be used anywhere, and that is included with the versatility of it. Doesn't require a lot of tools or setup to get it working. And we rendered up 2 quick displays of the tent in use, a blueprint and a 3D model. The blueprint with just some easy dimensions, so that way cities can properly distance the tents to stop the spread of COVID, and then just a 3D rendering for a visual for the tent.
Thank you so much, and we hope you like the HOCO-19.
Gorgeous. I like it.
Hell yeah.